Timmy Leonard with us here in the Mendola show, Wilkes-Barre area, the sprinter. Timmy, I'm old. I remember back when John DeSoy from Pittston area set that mark, and he was like the old Superman movie when he was running. He was just like, looked like he was gliding on air, and you broke that record. That's super fast, dude. Talk about being able to knock down that 30-year-old record.
First thing, I want to thank God. I want to thank my teammates and my coaches, you feel me, pushing me every day, to do it, it takes a lot of practice, hard work, dedication. Came in the race at first, at prelims I didn't run too good, ran 10.9, but I knew, finals, I was, that was the mark, I wanted to, get it, so I was like, I'm gonna, do the race correctly, run my race, run my own race. I'm not gonna be too focused on everybody else, but I'm gonna run my race. And, I came out, executed, and, I took it.
Let's talk about doing the 100. When did it start? 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade? Talk a little bit about, were you good right out of it? Or?
So, no, story was, in the beginning, I started 8th grade. I always knew I was, a little fast, so, I wanted to do track. And then, when I started, I wasn't too good. So, there was lots of people faster than me. Even some of the teammates literally right here, right now, they were faster than me. So, it pushed me when I was younger. 8th grade, I was running the 400 and stuff. Freshman year, that's when I really started, to shine in the sprints. And after that, sophomore year is that when I sealed the deal, I was a sprinter.
Let's talk about Coach McGrain and fine-tuning things and, the details. And he's been around a long time to know that he's been around some really good athletes and probably said, hey, I coached this guy. You know who this guy is?
Yeah. Mr. McGrain, one of my probably my favorite coach out of the three. Really, he came because he's really the one who gave me a chance of sprinting at first. Everybody was thinking I was mid-distance, but he's seen I could sprint. And, he gave me the chance, seeing me in action, because he's seen that I could probably do it. He told me about a lot of athletes, lots of great athletes. So I'm really happy that I'm one of the athletes that he coached, you feel me? Because he had coached so much great athletes before.
We're going to talk about the guys on the 4x1, but first I want to talk about your teammate, Kayvon Creech, about him with the 100 and the 200 with you two guys, and, supporting each other. Hey, I'm glad you got it, or hey, I'm glad you got it. You guys support each other?
Yeah, we do. I'm always happy for him. I'm really happy for him in the 200. A win is a win. He got it. I'm very proud for him. In the 100 too, he's out there shining. I'm super happy he qualified for the 100 too. Feel me? Because if lots of my races, when he's not around, it's not, it's not the same. So I'm really happy he was, in the finals with me, and he's going to be at states with me next week.
Let's take us through that 4x1 team. Who leads off, hands at two, and then bringing it home. But take us through each person and what you think each person brings, and making sure you guys are crafting those handoffs.
Yeah. So, at first we're going to start off with our senior right now. Sadly, this is last year, Juvel Williams. Happy man. He's really good, man. He's actually really good. At first, lots of us, we doubted him a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, we doubted him. But he came out. He did so well in the hurdles at districts, so well in the 4x1 too. He comes out, gets to the league every single time. He comes out the blocks quick. Great teammate to be with. Really funny, I love him, man. I really do. Our second leg, Robbie. I know him for a long time. Actually, he's one of the teammates who was faster than me a long time ago too. He was one of the teammates I strive to be like. I'm really happy he's on our 4x1. Every time he gets that baton, it's like, I know the race is, halfway done, probably over. Then, hand it off to our teammate, Kayvon Creech. He comes out, gets it, leads, how I can say this, paved the way for me. And then, all I gotta do is carry it, to the end of the line. That's all.
How about the experience you guys had at Penn Relays, East Stroudsburg, different things you guys did, a lot of traveling, the indoor season, there's a lot of good experiences for you. Talk about being on that big stage and kind of soaking that up and be like, hey, all right, these nerves are going away a little bit, I can do this.
Yeah, so at Penn Relays, it was just a little nerve-wracking at first, because so much people, you're seeing people from all around the world, like Jamaica and stuff, they're right next to you, and they're speaking things you barely know, and it's at first I was a little nervous, but once I got on the track, I was locked in. I was like, this is not the first time I ran before. This is just on a bigger stage, but I know how to run. So, lucky for us, again, Juvel got the lead. Robbie, did what he had to do. Kayvon, You know, he got us the gap back a little bit, and after that, lucky for me, you know, I finally got some fun. It's been a very long time. Finally got some fun. Got to, you know, catch some people. And, you know, brought us home that day.
Let's talk about your family and the important role that they play supporting you, whether it's brothers, sisters, folks. Tell us about them.
You know, my dad and mom always supported me. Really, they're always so happy when they see like the newspapers and stuff. Especially my dad. He always really happy, talking about, yeah, that's my son. Because he used to be pretty quick back in his day too. So he always talked about, yeah, he got it off of me and stuff, you know. Yeah, so they're really happy. Grandma, everybody, uncle, whole family, you know, proud of me. So, you know, I just keep running and, you know, making them proud.
How about your future? Do you have a thought right now? Again, you're still an underclassman, but you're thinking, hey, maybe this track and field thing, or is there something else you may want to do?
You know, I'm focused on like track right now, you know. I'm running pretty good, a decent time, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna see how far it could take me senior year. If, you know, it'll take me to college, it'll take me to college. If it don't, you know, maybe look at a trade school or something.
Let's talk about the academic end. Do you hit the books hard? Is it something that you take real seriously in the classroom? Is there a teacher or somebody that you connect with at the school? You're like, you know what, I like this.
Yeah, you know, hit the books pretty hard sometimes. You know, try to stay in school, do my work. You know, teachers. You know, I like all my teachers really.
I know some of your elementary teachers are awfully proud of you back at Dotson.
Back in Dotson, yeah. You know, those, I'm always happy to hear that because, you know, the little ones always tell me about it. So I'm really happy. You know, shout out to all of them who were all my teachers down in Dotson. You know, happy I'm making y'all happy, you feel me? So some of my teachers in the high school, you know, Miss Kitchbaum, Miss Carnulis, Miss Angela, you feel me? I love them all. They're all funny, you know, good to be around, you feel me?
You're making the Wolfpack Nation proud, everybody who's part of the Wolfpack in Wilkes-Barre area.
Yeah.
And you keep up what you're doing, and we wish you all the best at States.
All right, thank you so much.